And first tonight at 5, Mobile County Sheriff Paul Burge is taking a sledgehammer to Prichard's crime problem. The sheriff announcing a new crime suppression unit to target the high crime areas there. And
Prichard had 17 murders last year, 15 already this year. Sheriff Burge says he has 10 to 15 deputies dedicated to working the streets here on any given day, trying to stop the violence.
Our Brendan Kirby is joining us now from Prichard. And Brendan, the unit already making some progress.
Yeah, it has, Lenise and Byron. The sheriff says he formed it back in January, and it's been operating full-time for about a month and a half. Since March, deputies have made dozens of arrests and taken a lot of guns, drugs, and cash off the streets.
And our goal is to end as much of this violence as we can.
Mobile County Sheriff Paul Burge laying down the gauntlet. He says the department's crime suppression team has 10 to 15 deputies on the streets of Prichard on any given day. It's already borne fruit. 87 arrests since March, plus the seizure of 20 handguns, 7 rifles, and almost $400,000 in cash. Sheriff Burge says those arrests often don't come easily.
We've experienced multiple car chases. 2 have ended up in crashes. But the most alarming is there were several of those where people bailed from the vehicle with guns in their hands while being chased from the police. And that has a very potential for a very bad outcome.
Prichard Mayor Jimmy Gardner says he appreciates the help. The sheriff's unit is a significant addition, considering there are 18 to 22 officers from his police department on a typical day.
Well, I support this 100% as it relates to the interdiction, the criminal interdiction that's taking place in our community and in any other community that the sheriff office would take on.
Several mothers of Prichard homicide victims attended the news conference, and they expressed frustration over what they say is a lack of response from the mayor and police detectives.
Well, I don't know anything about that part, but again,
Patricia Trotter says gun violence claimed 2 sons, Justin and Michael Trotter, 41 days apart last year. She says an arrest has been made in Michael's case, but the Prichard police closed Justin's case after determining that he and another man shot each other to death. She says she disagrees with that conclusion and has high hopes for the sheriff's initiative.
We need this in the city of Prichard because we don't have the police power that we need. We don't have investigators, and the investigators that we do have are overloaded.
Sheriff Burge says he wants citizens to see that their complaints about crime will be taken seriously. He offered an example of a man who called complaining about someone selling crack under his oak tree.
We had someone in handcuffs with dope, actually 2 people, that same day. And he was shocked that we were able to act that quickly.
Sheriff Burge says this is no temporary surge. He says this new unit is committed to Prichard for the long haul.
Yeah, but Brendan, this is something, urban policing, that you normally don't associate with the sheriff's office here in Mobile County. Any models for this at all in the country?
Well, Byron, I asked that of the sheriff, and he says he's not aware of any other department that's doing something like this, but he says that the need is great in Prichard. Live in Prichard, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.